I recently interviewed a millennial who just made a job change. Now, millennials, if you haven't heard, millennials are the people born after 1980. They're the young generation in the workforce. And this millennial had quit his old job to start a new job. And when I asked him why he left his previous employer, his answer was this. He said, I want my work to be meaningful, and I want to know that what I do within the organization matters. And I thought that was a great answer. However, I asked him, I said, well, how does a company do that? How is this organization demonstrating to you that your work is meaningful and that what you do matters? And his answer was very simple. He said, my leaders are transparent. Hi, I'm Meagan Johnson. This is Generational Jumpstart. I'm a professional speaker and a generational humorist. And every week we discuss the ever-changing generations in the workplace, the marketplace, and your own home today. And today we're talking about transparency. And I will be honest, it wasn't so transparent to me what transparency really meant, especially when it comes to the millennial generation. Because to me, transparency was always brutal honesty. If you ask me, do you like my shoes? And I don't like them, I tell you, I don't like them. That's transparency. But after further digging, I discovered that true organizational transparency gives millennials insight into the decision-making processes and opportunities to contribute in meaningful ways. It's not just being told what to do, but it's also understanding the why. So what actions can leaders take to demonstrate their transparency? One is honesty, with good info and bad. It's easy to be honest when the info is good, but it's a little trickier when the info is bad. A millennial I interviewed, she said to me, she recently was laid off. She said, and I understand layoffs happen. She said, but what was so discouraging is the process was not transparent. One day we received a letter that made it sound like everybody was going to be laid off. 3 days later, we received another letter that it made it sound like some of the jobs were going to be saved. It just wasn't transparent. And when it was all over, she said, my manager said to me he didn't know. He didn't know what was going on. She said, I just don't believe him. It wasn't transparent. Another way to be transparent is addressing conflict, not letting it foster. Transparency also means being seen and available. One of my clients holds weekly meetings, and the day before the meeting, she encourages everyone to post questions they would like addressed in the meeting. She said they can post the questions anonymously or non-anonymously. If there's multiple questions, lots of questions, I ask the team to vote on the questions that they want addressed first. Some less structured ways to promote transparency: surveys, anonymous suggestion boxes, also connecting through social media. According to a Deloitte survey, open communication, transparency, is one of the guiding factors of job satisfaction for millennials. Leaders need to welcome candid feedback from their millennial employees if they want to foster this transparent communication. One of my clients, every week they ask their millennial employees different questions. The questions range from, how can I make your work-life balance easier? What can I do to make you more productive? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank this place as a place you would recommend to work? Transparency builds and increases trust within the organization, builds and increases trust with managers and employees. And millennials view transparency as confirmation that they have an opportunity to be heard and make a difference. I recently read that transparency is the new currency within a company. Don't come up shortchanged. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.